While conducting my research for a music video, the genre was R&B and soul music. So I used like different sources to help me produce valid research and like knowledge as well. So one of the resources I used most of the time was YouTube. It allowed me to visualize my music video, but also the previous students' music videos. So this gave me an idea of like different codes and conventions that I followed on my music video genre, but also it helped me to know particular mistakes that students might have done on their previous works for A2, which I didn't want to do on my production of my music video. And YouTube also allowed me and my group to watch the music video in different locations. So when we went to the library, our artist Riddick had to lip sync, so he didn't actually remember the lyrics. So by using YouTube, we could like go to our music video and visualize our music video in different locations and different times whenever we wanted. So this was particularly very like beneficial for us, as our artist was able to memorize the lyrics while he had to sing. So it kind of like helped us out a lot in this process. So the artist like could like straight away know the music and the lyrics that he had to lip sync. So I believe that YouTube was one of the sources that helped us out a lot in our process. Me and my group use the blog most of the times to update our research and planning, but also as all the plans for music video were in the blog. So throughout our process, we had to visualize the blog and upload all the research I've ever done all the time. As this was going to help us out in the process of filming, and also it helped us to be on track with the coursework. So and find any necessary posts, as all the posts will be labelled, named, and even like dated. So if you wanted to research like any particular blog such as risk assessment, we could just type it up and it would come up straight away. So it was quite like effective and like really quick to find the posts. But also as this is a professional way of presenting our work, so as it was like in digital form, as it like look more entertaining and like more attractive, I believe. I was also able to embed images, videos, PowerPoints and documents. So that, which was our work, I could just like embed it to the blog and it will be displayed as on my title, and it will keep on me on track with my old research and planning. And as I embed documents such as my questionnaires, risk assessment and others, so it's like particularly very beneficial for me. Script. This was helped me to upload my Word documents to receive a HTML code to embed in the blog. And so when I was downloading the documents, Script allows me, all individuals, to write also their title, description and any other decisions I might have to write about the document. So, and if the user wants to keep the document private or public, for me I had to keep my documents public, as I'll be able to visualize my document in different Gmail accounts that I have. So if I just put it as private, I'll be only allowed to see all my Northwest Records Gmail, which I don't want that to happen, as I want to be able to visualize my research in different stages I will be in. And I believe this was like really easier and quicker way of presenting and uploading the work, as the individuals will be allowed to visualize and access the document 24/7. So I think this is really good. Emails. Emails help me throughout the research and planning process to make my research look interesting and different, as I wanted to see different sources that look like PowerPoint, but different ways of presenting it. So I used email as an online presentation software by using professional templates that were provided for me to create an amazing presentation. I also used this software in various stages of my research, such as when I was doing research on my genre R&B and soul music, as when I was putting it like all the stuff and emails, it wouldn't look like really dull and like boring. It would look really interesting and attractive for me as well, because I would be like, when I was looking at my research, I wouldn't get like bored of looking at like all the times. It would be like really interesting to look at it, like actually get some knowledge of my genre on my mind. Canon camera 1200D was used throughout the filming process. So we use this camera in different locations that we had to film, which is part of the process. This also allowed me to record my test shoot and rough cut to give us an idea about the music video and get feedback from our audiences. This wouldn't be done if we didn't use the camera, as we had to record our characters in different locations, as we wouldn't get an idea of the different shots, but also we wouldn't understand if the different locations were suitable for our music process. So this also was a really creative way of presenting your work, as it was a visualized process, and it would look like many drafts and changes that we're doing all throughout the process, as we would have like a rough cut, transitions cut, and the final cut. So throughout this process, everyone could visualize the changes that we made. And I used the Canon 750D for my ancillary task, as I believe the quality of the images would look better and it would look like a professional way of presenting my images as well. Because if I use the Canon 1200D, I believe that the pictures were not that with a great quality. So I believe that's why I use Canon 7D, as the pictures look better, but also the quality was much more better. I use this sort of technology on my ancillary products, which was the Digipack. Photoshop allowed me to edit my pictures and add filters and construct on them and to make them more appealing, and add text such as the album name, the artist name, and others. During this process, I believe the making of the Digipack, I used various tools that were presented in Photoshop that would help me to design my Digipack, but also allow me to crop some images, as I needed to crop most of the images because they were too big. So the cropping tool was provided in Photoshop, and I used this tool to make the photo correct, and the measurements on the Digipack had to be followed. So I used the arrow tool to correct the measurement and all that, and to move the picture around different places of the Digipack. And I also used the blur tool, which would allow me to blur my images, and it would look a little more creative, and it would also be more appealing, as one of the images is blurred, and the artist and the characters just they're not blurred, so they will be the center of the image, and I believe it will give me a 3D look. So I think that's how I used it. And I used various filters on the photos, as I used the settings such as saturation and the changing the level of each of the images to make it stand out for our audiences, but also it looked more professional. I also used the shift tab a lot, to adjust my images, and it wouldn't look that the image shape is changing. So when I was using the shift, the image wouldn't change, and it wouldn't look expanding or something like that. Premiere Pro. During my rough cut, I used multiple tools that helped me to edit my rough cut. I used the cropping to make use the necessary things I wanted to provide on the screen, and the rest would be deleted, so I had to select the important clips I wanted on the Premiere Pro, and I used the motion tool to make sure that all the clips fit into the frame, so they're all adjusted correctly and looked really professional. I also used titles during the rough cut, so I can put all the titles I was going to do, and give, for example, if I was going to do a rough cut, I would say rough cut or like that. And I believe this was really helpful, as I could add tightness wherever I wanted, and I also could adjust the brightness and the contrast on my clips, so to make sure that all videos were to be seen and were not really dark, as some of the clips came really dark, so I just like put the brightness a bit up and looked like really was going with the flow of the other clips. And I think I used transitions a lot on my questionnaires when I was doing questionnaires on my rough cut, all the other stuff that I was doing. So I think it really helped me to make my clips really smooth, and I think they were like blending in with each other. And I used a cropping tool to cut the videos to show the questions being asked, and so it's more easier to know what the question is and what the answers will be. And to make my final cut, I believe I used transitions to make it look smooth but also elegant, as it will look more appealing to my audiences. It will look like a professional way presenting on my final cut. So when I was doing this, I also used multiple color and filters that were provided on Premiere Pro to make the video look realistic, and also as I have like from flashback scenes, the audience will like straight away know, oh, that's a flashback, as the clip will like go blurry and all like that. And in the beginning I was allowed to like put text, so you would say everything while a Birdman, so the audiences will know what the music video is about and what the song is about as well, but also know that who is the artist in the music video. Wix. This is a new form of technology which is used to create presentations online, but also websites to promote artists. I use Wix to create my artist website and personalize with different pages such as the tour dates and the gallery. As this was one of my interview tasks, so I wanted it really to be like really attractive and like entertaining for my audiences, as I had to like get the full marks. Using Wix was really easy, as everything was like labeled on the website, and I had various to choose from. So I chose like a simple design in the beginning, but as I was like creating more pages, it's slightly more creative and more complex. So this would look really fun to use as well, as the audiences would get entertained when using it. But also I had to follow my website's codes and conventions of other artists. So they had like really simple design in the beginning, but then after, when you go to different pages, the pages would go more complex and like more entertaining for the audiences, but also more appealing. So I just wanted to do that, but I also wanted to add like a lot of images on my gallery, so it could be really interesting for my audiences to visualize. As when I was doing one of my questionnaires, my audiences said that they want more images so they can know more about the artist and visualize him more. So I think this was very interactive, and one of the other codes of conventions was to actually add a music video. So I wasn't really sure if I can do that on Wix, but then after researching about YouTube about the software, I came to know how I can do it, like what's the better ways of doing it. So I think this was really like good, as I had to follow my course convention of my artist music video being on the homepage. So I had to know how to add like a music video from YouTube. I think that was really good. But when I was doing it as well, I found it really interesting, as I didn't find it boring or like something else. As if I were using like a software which is really complex to me, as I'm a creator, I think that's the website. I found it really complex and I found it really hard to use, as nothing was labeled, everything was just like messy. The Wix was really like good software, as everything was labeled, I knew what to do, as there was YouTube tutorials as well. SurveyMonkey. I used this to write my questionnaires and answers. Also this was really helpful, as my audience will be more open about their answers and wouldn't be like polite, as if I asked them like questions face to face, I think they would just like say like polite to me and just like say like good stuff about my music video, but not be like sarcastic and just say like, oh, what is actually going bad. So I use this software to actually the audiences be more open to me, and I can get like more information or like maybe more changes on the music video. But also, as we wanted a better feedback from our audiences, as the opinion on this was really effective, and we had to know the opinion, as we wanted to follow target audiences' ideas. And using Rangi, I think it was really helpful, as it was really easy and the audiences could access the survey quickly and easily on their computers or laptops. So I think this is really smooth to answer, as there would be multiple answers, but auditors could also write their answers if they wanted. Tingling is a diverse range of media, so you can actually put layers on different images to write their content, and I think Tingling allowed me also to add web links, text, images, audio, and other stuff as well. This is really effective for me. I find it really easy to use, and Tingling was especially used in my images of existing websites and digipacks, as I wanted to present my research in a creative way. And applying it this way, I think it was, rather than PowerPoint, it was really interesting, and it wasn't boring or anything like that. Also, by using this source of technology, I was able to just add my images so quickly, and when I was actually doing my research, I found so fun, just clicking on it and just looking at my research I've done. Has everything wouldn't be messy. Has PowerPoint, if I'd added a picture on PowerPoint, I could see the text, but on Tingling, I think it was really clean and smooth. Has when I click on the pointing stuff I have, then the text would come up. But if I don't click it, I can just see the image of my artist's website or my digipacks research I have done. So I just screenshot and just add on Tingling. I just added text on it of all the stuff that I found that were the course of convention, such as on my digipack of my research artists. I found that they use mostly bold capital letters, so I could just write Tingling about all bold capital letters by clicking on the font, and this was really effective in my research, but also really helpful, as this source helped me out a lot throughout the process of even constructing my music video, but also in my research and planning.